Hi guys, often I get asked about great food and wine matches, you know, and what goes well with what, and sushi is one that often comes up because we love sushi. What really goes well with it? Of course, sake is one of the great things, but what about wines? So yes, we've got plenty of wine matches with lots of the plethora of styles of sushi. Sushi is such a broad subject. You've got so many different types of sushi with fish. You've got, of course, things like vegetable sushi. You've got mushrooms. You've got a lot of vegetarian options as well. So it's a very broad subject. Just to kind of give some major styles that we all love. If you're matching sort of fish sushi, of course, there's different types there. But if you're having something like a salmon sushi, then a real good one that you can have with that is a good match with that is like a sparkling wine. Really refreshing, loads of acidity, cuts through that bit of sort of weight to that umami texture with the sushi, with the rice, and what we would recommend are two kind of foals. A cheaper version, something like something quite wonderful like a prosecco, really refreshing and really cleanses the palate. Fantastic style with sushi, with fish sushi. Or we've got something a little bit more premium. You're going to splash out, you want to spend a bit more, then of course we've got something like a champagne. Here we've got Domaine Taittinger, a bit more intensity and weight. If you've got fish, other fish dishes, things like tuna coming through would work very well with that. Alternatively, of course, we get sushi sometimes with mushrooms as well. Shiitake mushrooms, very difficult to match with because they've got such an intense flavour. What we call umami, it really dominates the palate. So what do we have with that? Now we need a wine that also has a lot of flavour, and what we would match with that is a sherry, in fact. Something like a dry oloroso from the Jerez region in South Spain. It's got bags of intensity, lots of that kind of nuttiness, earthy notes, weight and sort of character, which would actually match that shiitake aspect to it as well. You of course have got other sushi as well, things with asparagus, there's avocado as well. If you've got that green element, I would often match it with something with a little bit more acidity, a little bit more of a green touch. What I've got just over here, if I grab it over here, we've actually tasted this before, is something like a Zalzi Chenin Blanc or a Sauvignon Blanc from somewhere like South Africa or even Australia or New Zealand or even France as well with Puy-Fumé and Sancerre. Great matches with the green aspect, so wonderful different types there for sushi. It's a very big field to match food and wine with, so the great thing is just experiment and go forth, but there are some rules, little rules, sort of experimental rules for you. So if you've enjoyed that, of course, please subscribe to the Wine Guide channel for a lot more videos on food and wine matching. Please go forth and conquer.